Hello everybody, hope that you're good. In yesterday's video we were talking about this liquidation zone here between 26,700 and 26,600, okay? It was quite a narrow zone, okay? We could mark it pretty well because we could see that liquidity in high block capital in the 7 days time frame liquidation heat map. So it was quite clear that, we were not finished dropping from here. There was another drop coming. And then I posted on Twitter right at the start of the Asian session that it's likely, that we see a test of the 50 MA and then a drop to this liquidity zone. So anybody that caught that, perfect, I'm glad. If you don't follow me on Twitter, I will recommend you to because I sometimes post updates there too. Now, what I can see in the chart, remember that today is Thursday. We've been dropping price all the week, and I've always told you, on Thursdays, it's likely that we see some kind of reversal, okay? So if we've been dropping all the week, the reversal should be to the upside, okay? That's what I'm anticipating for today. Now, is this drop organic in the way that it didn't leave any imbalance behind? Let's check, okay? Let me remove this so the chart is clear. And, well, okay, in the 1 hour time frame, we can see this liquidity pool over here. Sorry, let me mark this better for you. I want settings like this and in yellow so you can see better. Okay, so you have this liquidity pool, this large red candle here, okay, that is been partially filled. At least I would say it's been filled around maybe 55% ish. But if you notice here, this is a small liquidity pool, so in a way you have some kind of it's a small imbalance, but price could basically come back here, okay? That's what I mean. And if we go to the 15 minutes time frame, you're going to be able to see that it left some sort of wick behind, okay? It's not much, it's $100 wick, but that's also something that you have to note. So why not? Maybe we see, if we continue seeing some kind of rejection from here, okay, we could still see something like this. You've been dropping, and here it could be forming some kind of W formation, okay? If it drops from here, you might expect this liquidity pool here to get filled in the 1 hour time frame or the 50% of the week in the 15 minutes time frame and then bounce, okay? Then from here, if you notice, we're in the 1 hour time frame and the 50 MA in the 1 hour time frame is at 27,161. Let me mark it for you. So you can, because I want to show you something. Okay, well, around there, okay? $4, you're gonna forgive me. And in the 4 hour time frame, you notice that it's in the same level. It's at, you can see in the top left corner, 27,171. So the difference is only really $10 difference between the 50 MA in the 1 hour time frame and the 50 MA in the 4 hours time frame. That is very interesting. Why? Because that zone should be quite strong resistance, but if you flip that resistance, it's going to become a very strong support. So if you see, price, I'm favoring now higher prices, by the way. I mean long, okay? I went long here. So if price comes here, all the way here, okay, then we would expect some kind of retest of the 50 MA and then continuation, okay? I don't know if it'll play out in a W formation or just pump from here. We'll see what happens, but I'm expecting something like this, okay? This is what I'm expecting for today. Why this level, 27,850? Again, I don't know if you're gonna have enough time to get there this week, okay? Between today and tomorrow. But if you notice that zone, it's a very interesting zone because it's been tested multiple times. You've had it here testing it as support all this time. Then here you have resistance, again resistance, and then price dumps. So you can see that area, it's a very interesting zone that price could go back to. All right, that's what I'm thinking. Let me remove this. Then eventually, if we can flip this zone, okay, from resistance into support, then we would expect, a retest of support, and then that's the 50% of the week getting filled, okay? So those are my levels that I have marked to the upside. Of course, you have to be careful because if we come again to the 1 hour 50 MA, okay, and price gets rejected strongly, then this W formation is not possible, for the simple fact that you've come to the highs. So you can see that this doesn't really make much sense. Okay, this drop should be lower. So if it dumps and form the W formation, should be from here really. If it comes here, let me draw again. If it comes to the 50 MA, okay, and it gets rejected, then you have to keep an eye if we see something like this. Okay, if we don't drop heavily and we are below the 50 MA, testing it as resistance, then eventually we're gonna see a push up, retest, continuation, because that's basically what happened here. Okay, that's basically what happened here. You can see by the opposite side, you can see there's testing as support, but it's not really bouncing. Okay, so then what you could expect is drop below it, retest it as resistance, and continue dropping. Okay, or what happened here. Okay, you've come to the 50 MA, you don't get above it really, but you are right below it for many hours, then you push price up, retest, continuation to the upside. Okay, so that's how you can imagine price action to be. Of course, what I recommend you is to look for price action, because in the way that if you place a long order here, okay, expecting a breakout, then you have to be very careful, because you might see a week and then price getting rejected. Okay, that's what I'm always telling you. The safest way to play here, if you have a long here, okay, is these two options, in my opinion. That you see a drop now, okay, and you can maybe hope for a W formation, or if it keeps pumping here, then of course don't enter a long below resistance, because if you enter a long before resistance, it's basically the same price level that if you wait for a push up, retrace, and now here you can long. Okay, and you are long in support, you are not long in resistance. So that's what I would recommend you if you are looking for longs, but you are not yet into one. All right, now what happens if this is wrong and price is not going up today? Okay, what happens if price maybe comes to the 1 hour 50 MA, gets rejected, this W pattern gets invalidated and keeps dropping? Then we have to look for the next zone. Okay, the next zone, if you went to the 4 hour time frame, it's quite clear. I've marked it yesterday, I think, in the video, and it's this liquidity pool that we have over here. Okay, we're quite close to it, to be honest. It will be that one. Sorry, let me mark this well. That one between 26,560 and 26,475. Okay, and you also have this one over here, a bit lower too. Okay, that's all the way to 26,240. So that's pretty much what the chart is telling me. I think pretty much that if we lose, this zone here, because you can see that, let me remove this. You can see that this zone is quite important in the chart. Okay, let me show you. Let me remove the 50 MA. You can see that this zone is quite important in the chart. You had here support, 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 resistance, support. So if you lose this zone, and we're talking about 26,570, okay, so if you lose this, then you are eventually gonna go again to probably below 26k. And if you lose this zone, you can go even lower. Okay, because again, there is some liquidity here. Well, there is in fact a bunch of liquidity here. Okay, now we're gonna go into high block capital. We're gonna try to make sense of that chart and see where the liquidity is. Okay, see if we can find any confluence to favor higher or lower prices. We're in high block capital. We wanna check those liquidations in the 7 days time frame. I wanna see that yellow bar taking off the chart. Let's see. There you can see it, guys. 26,650 and 26,700. That yellow bar is gone off the chart, and you can see that now the liquidities. Well, there is a yellow bar appearing at 28,100. Okay, that would be right above this high here, all right, and pretty close also to the week. The week is around well, the 50% of the week is around 28,250, so that one is pretty close to it. All right, if it comes here to 28,100, I'm not taking profits here. I'm gonna wait until the 50% of the week. Okay, and to the downside, you can also see some liquidity here, right below our key support level. Okay, and this is around 26,250, so you have to be cautious of that. Now, if we go into the 12 hours time frame, let's see if we can see something in shorter term. Okay, let's take this zone. Okay, this is very interesting because it's telling us that the liquidity is to the upside. So this is giving confluence to the idea that today we might see higher prices, okay? And you can see quite a lot of liquidations at 27,225. If I'm not wrong, that's above the 50 EMAs. So who knows, if you see a spike up, grab those liquidations and then retrace to the 50 EMA, maybe you can see price going higher, because you also have some liquidations at 27,750. And again, to the downside, not much. Okay, I cannot really see much. We're only focusing in the yellow bars in the 12 hours time frame, because it's usually quite a hectic time frame and there is a lot of liquidity. And in the monthly time frame, you can see that they took those liquidations here. Okay, and I mean, it's quite mixed. Okay, I cannot really take something from this chart, because in the monthly time frame is very mixed. Now, if we go into the liquidation levels, this is also an important chart because you can see the delta. Let's get there. Okay, so you can see that the longs were at risk. Okay, there were a lot of long liquidations at risk, around $7 billion at the top at 28,400, and you can see that they hunt them. Okay, price dropped. These guys, high leverage traders, got liquidated, and now if you notice, it's the opposite. Okay, because there are $8.5 billion worth of short liquidations. So that means that the liquidity is to the upside again. If you check in the right side of the chart, you can see these spikes. Okay, those are big amounts of liquidations. Okay, so you can see that, for example, these blue spikes mean shorts that in times 25 leverage. Okay, and you can see them, for example, at 28,275 around the week, and also around 27,240. But then you can also see traders that have gone times 100 leverage. Okay, that's that kind of gray here, and that's at 27,450. So is the market maker going to reverse price and liquidate those traders? I mean, this is quite interesting, so to be honest, because you have, you know, the times 100 leverage traders at 27,470, and then you have traders that are using times 50 leverage, and their liquidations are at 27,750. So I think it's quite likely that we see higher prices. Okay, that's why I'm in a long. Again, I have my validation that it's, losing that low that we have at 26,600. If we lose that low, then I should cut my trade, because we're probably gonna go lower. Okay, but for the meantime, it's looking that they want to go higher. Remember yesterday, go and check yesterday's video. But we could also see a spike of liquidity at 26,600. Okay, they took that liquidity, which we expected, and then now is when we could see a reversal, because that's the most efficient way. Okay, they've found those high leverage traders that were trying to run longs quite early. Okay, so they hunt them. So now not many people are into longs. Okay, so if you check here above, okay, you can see total short liquidations 419, total long liquidations 187. This is basically telling you that most traders are in shorts. Okay, per one trader going long, you have almost 3 traders going short. Okay, so that is interesting. The liquidity is to the upside, and this can give us an idea that if we see a reversal, okay, then these are your targets. Okay, 27,500, 27,760, and of course this big boy here, 28,300, and that's also the 50% of the week, okay? So those are the 3 targets that you could, for example, use for taking profits, okay? Back in the charts, I'm in the dollar index chart because today should be a big day for the charts, okay? Should be quite a volatile day, so don't go into high leverage trades because today is not the day, okay? The debt ceiling got approved officially. I've been telling you all this time that yes, they were going to get approved, don't worry. They've been doing this 78 times. Now is the 79th times since 1960. So, it was clear that they were just doing some kind of a show. Okay. So I explained it in Twitter. I don't want to go much into detail, but basically we had some sort of agreement, like a deal, but it wasn't approved. Now it got officially approved. So let's see how the markets react to it today. Okay. Now the dollar index, is playing out this beautiful W formation that we anticipated. And now if you go into the 4-hour time frames, you can see that it's dropping. Let me see. There, it just loaded. It's dropping, and it seemed that it might be dropping towards the 50 MA. Okay, the 50 MA is right now at 103.50. Okay, so let me mark it for you guys. Is this one here? Okay, 103.50 or the 5. Now if we went to the 1 hour time frame, okay, you're gonna notice that this zone, it's a very important zone in the chart, okay, because if we take it from here, all right, you can see that it's quite a strong support. I would probably say I would probably say that if you drop below this zone here, okay, you're gonna go a lot lower, because you can see that there is, for example, a liquidity pool here, a smaller one here. That would be a big drop. Okay, you can see that will take you to 103.1, and then remember, if the dollar index goes down, Bitcoin can go up, right? So pay attention to it. It's a little bit now very long week behind, so who knows, maybe it retraces this week, then maybe Bitcoin can drop, and who knows, maybe form a W formation in the lower time frame, and then the dollar can continue dropping. If it loses this zone, then it's gonna go lower, and that's when Bitcoin could go again to 28k. Okay, so a bit of confluence there in the chart. It's lost the 50 MA in the 1 hour time frame, but not in the 4-hour time frames. And in the 4-hour time frame, the 50 MA is also this strong support. So let's see if it can test it as support and bounce, or if it falls below it and continue going lower. Okay, that's basically what I'm looking at in the dollar index. So that's pretty much everything, guys. A quick recap is that the important level in Bitcoin at the moment is the 50 MA in the 1 hour and in the 4 hours time frame, because it's at the same level, only $10 difference. So if you see a push up and a retrace and test it as support, then here you can be very confident the price is going to continue going high. Okay, maybe even fill this liquidity pool. Also, if we check the liquidations in high block, you can see that the liquidity now is to the upside. Okay, they just fill this zone here between 26,700 and 26,600. That zone is now hit, is clear, and the liquidity now is to the upside. Where? Well, round numbers really: 27,250, 27,500, 27,750, 28k, and 28,250. Every 250, quite round numbers pretty much. So today's bias is going to be to the upside. I'm favoring again higher prices. I'm in a long from this zone. Very happy about it, to be honest. And let's see what it does. Again, there is a chance of a W formation here. Okay, or if not, you can just expect a push, and hopefully to not get a strong rejection at the 50 MA. Because again, if you lose this low here, okay, sorry, let me remove this. If you lose this low here, that one there, if you lose 26,550, then price is gonna drop another at least $500. Okay, that's where there is support. Okay, so that's pretty much everything, guys. Hopefully this plays out. Again, be very careful. Today could be quite a volatile day. Hopefully it benefits us and it goes up. Let's see what happens, and thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you soon.